Hey guys, today we are going to compare the Lenovo Y50 against the year-old Y510p. They're priced almost similarly and perform almost the same, yet they're quite different. This is the Y510p versus the Y50 comparison video, so let's get on it. At a glance, the Y50 looks like a slimmer version of the Y510p, which it is, by 0.5 inches, and is lighter by a pound. The design has also been given more attention, which is evident from the crisscross finish and the tapering edges, opposed to the flat finish on the Y510p. The Y50's rear is designed like a jet's exhaust in contrast to the plain finish on the Y510p, and I also like the soft touch finish on the palm rest of the Y50 over the brushed aluminium finish, which was a fingerprint magnet. Coming to the GPU, Lenovo decided to go with a single 860M while removing the Ultra Bay and effectively the SLI concept. The effects of this are pretty clear when it came to battery life and handling heat. I found the Y510p lasted 1 hour 57 minutes with maximum brightness and video playback, while the Y50 lasts around 4 hours 17 minutes with the same settings. When it comes to temperatures, I found that the Y510p begins to get warm for web browsing and watching movies and is quite hot while gaming, while the Y50 remains completely cool for anything except gaming, during which it gets just warm. The performance of the GPUs are pretty similar. The model I'm using for comparison has the 750M SLI, which is barely slower than the 860M, while the 755M SLI versions are barely faster, except in those games where SLI isn't supported. For example, Watch Dogs didn't run properly until we disabled SLI, after which it stuttered with terrible FPS and sometimes force closed. It should be noted that the Indian model of the Y5010p is a single GPU model with an optical drive. The performance is almost 90 to 100% apart for gaming, which is quite a huge gap, of course, unless you plan to import an ultra-bay GPU. Both the notebooks are known for their speakers. Thanks to the subwoofer, the Y50 does have slightly better sounding bass, but otherwise there isn't much difference in the speaker quality. I like the touchpad on the Y50 as they felt much smoother and the clicks were much more responsive. The typing experience on the keyboard was pretty much the same though, and the layout hasn't been changed. Things changed while we compared the display though. The Y510p was known to have quite a good TN panel, and I found the colors on the Y510p were better than the Y50 without calibration. On calibration though, the Y50 actually looked better than the Y510p in some images. While testing the viewing angles, I found the colors on the Y50 began to shift by a bit before they did with the Y510p. It's disappointing that while the competition has moved on to IPS panels, the Y50 is still in a heated battle with its predecessor's TN panel. The Y50 also lacks an optical drive, which isn't a big sacrifice in my opinion with all the USB based optical drives out there, but this does matter to some, and the Y50 does offer this option through an ultra bay slot. Also, the Y50 comes with only a 2.5-inch HDD slot, while some models of the Y510p have an M.2 slot in addition. So in conclusion, if you already have a Y510p, I would suggest you wait for the next iteration, unless of course you really need to change a laptop. But for those looking for a new gaming laptop around the $900 budget, I'd recommend the Y50 over the Y510p even if it costs $50 more, unless you definitely need the additional storage slot. If you are buying a gaming laptop in India, the difference is actually much bigger, with the Y50 taking a huge lead. As mentioned before, the Indian Y510ps are single GPU models and not the SLI versions. Hence, the gaming performance of the Y510p is much lower. I would definitely recommend the Y50 for 77K or the single GPU i7 model of the Y510p, which also costs the same. If you plan to opt for the i5 model of the Y510p around 60K and cannot extend the budget, you won't have much option but to opt for the Y510p or laptops from other brands until Lenovo releases a Y50 with an i5 version as well. With that, we wrap the comparison. Let us know if you have any questions in the comment section below. If you like this comparison, click the like button and subscribe to stay in touch for our upcoming Surface Pro 3 and Zenfone 5 review. Thanks for watching guys.